I think science is a matter of attitude. If you want to know why it works, how it works, if you're curious, as we say, this is a place you scratch your curiosity. And I don't think there's anybody in the world that ever did anything, didn't say, now why does it work that way? Well, if you can put your hands on it, you can see why it works and you understand the principle behind it. Lots of people drive cars, but how many people know how an engine works? Yeah, those electrons are still there. BRIMS is an acronym for Barren River Imaginative Museum of Science. When it started, basically a group of people, about 15 or so in number, went to several civic organizations and said, we'd like to start a museum for children. And they received support, and this is the fruition of about a year's work. We're here for two purposes, I guess. We're here for a place, as we say, where you can scratch your curiosity for the kids, but we're also here to impart knowledge, and we feel that we're a vital part of what we would call the thing that makes kids want to learn, curiosity. If a kid is interested in the program, he's going to learn more. If he puts his hands on it and he actually does the principle, then he's going to retain it, and that's what we're about. Most museums are you see them, but you don't touch them. But at BRIMS, you can touch and play with all the exhibits, and each of the exhibits has a scientific principle that they're supposed to impart so that the kid has knowledge, but not only has knowledge, he'll have memory of that particular principle and how it works. Well, we have about 56 exhibits here that deal with light, color, shadows, rate reaction timer, tornadoes, electricity, magnetism, optical illusions, centrifugal force, torque force, and things like that, and generation of electricity. So they can get several principles. We have one that demonstrates coefficient of lift and Bernoulli's principle, but each of these exhibits has an educational value as well as an entertainment value. We get to see somewhere in the neighborhood of 12 to 15,000 kids each year. Either here at the museum, we normally see somewhere around 5,000 to 6,000 here, it varies, and then we'll put on programs for another 6,000 or 7,000 kids out in their actual schools. Different kids like different things, but actually one of the favorite exhibits for them is our tornado in a box. We call it the BRIMS Blaster. It is a nonprofit. Our funding comes from several sources, the admission, but now our idea is we're not a profit-making thing. If we break perfectly even every year, we're happy. And then we have special programs such as in-service for teachers. This last year, we did something like 30 programs in the communities around about us that dealt with motion and forces, electricity and magnetism, waves, astronomy, the solar system, and conservation of energy.
We can provide a lot of meaningful experiences through the equipment that we have and the expertise that school systems just can't afford to have in the classroom. I think anything that intellectually enhances the community makes it a better community all the way around. And so we're just part of that little community here with the Capitol Arts and the Kentucky Museum, the Planetarium. We have a lot of places here where the public can go and really have a good time and walk away a little bit smarter than they were when they walked in.
Well, we think that we're a very growing community. We're halfway between Louisville and Nashville, and as you can see, the community is building so fast, and we're very close to several educational institutions. And if there's one thing that this community needs, it's technology, and we're a technology and science-oriented type of museum.
Owensboro has a similar size museum. Of course, Louisville and Nashville have very large hands-on museums with their budgets are in the millions of dollars. Ours, we're kind of proud in the fact that ours is pretty much a volunteer organization. We have one paid employee, Chuck Phillips is our director, and when a school group comes here, they're the only group here, and they get individual instruction, which is a little different than the larger museums where you just go around and experience for yourself. And so, and then that tied with the teacher professional development, I think makes us unique. I don't know of another museum in Kentucky that does that combination of things. Well, all humans are curious, and learning is fun. So satisfying somebody's curiosity is the best way to learn, and that's kind of our motto. a place to scratch your curiosity where it itches.